Welcome back everyone, Tiffany Quinn here with another 10x10 challenge to help you build and burn your way to firm and sculpted glutes. Today we'll be using a flat bench and dumbbells to work our way through a total of 100 hip thrusts, and our timer will be set to an evenly split 50-second work to 50-second rest period repeated 10 times through. The goal is to complete 10 reps of hip thrusts per working time frame, which means that there will be plenty of time to pace your way through the rep count and overload your glutes at a pace that works best for you. If you don't have a bench or chair to work with for hip thrusts or simply prefer to go without one, you can also perform glute bridges down on the mat as your alternative. Once again, I do recommend having a variety of weights to work with nearby so that you can adjust the intensity you're working at as your muscles start to fatigue. Remember to listen to your body and to modify your weights as needed. The most important element of your workout should always be in maintaining your best possible form and ensuring that the weights you're using don't negatively impact the quality of your reps. At the end of the day, your best results will always come from uncompromised form, the ability to self-regulate intensity, and recognizing when to adjust along the way. For reference, I'll have my 15-pound, 25-pound, and 50-pound dumbbells prepared for today's routine, and I'll be using them as I see fit throughout. Now that you know what to expect, go pick your weights out for me, and let's get this challenge started. What's up everyone? Welcome in for our next 10x10 German training system challenge. Today we'll be performing 100 hip thrusts for our glutes using our flat bench and dumbbell for equipment, and we'll also be using a 50-second work frame to 50-second rest timer. This means that you'll have plenty of time to recover between each of your sets, and of course if you don't finish the 10 reps by the end of the first 50-second interval, you're welcome to use that second rest period to complete those reps and then take the recovery once you've finished them. Now we will be starting today off with our 5 minutes for mobility, waking up the hips, as well as opening up the pectoral muscles. And from there, we'll have a 60-second break and then go into our first set of hip thrusts. All right, so I hope you're ready for a good glute burn. Now we're starting off with our hip rotations today, and we'll be using the wall as a base of support. So before I start the timer, let me just show you our first exercise. So we're going to have our hands against the wall at shoulder level. The core is tight, the feet are flat on the mat to start. And we're going to lift our leg into hip flexion, open into abduction, internally rotate, come in, stack forward, and donkey kick back into your external rotation to the midline and down. 60 seconds per side, just follow along with me if you've never done these before. And we're starting in 3, hands are on the wall, in 2, on 1. We've officially started our workout. So we're facing straight ahead, we're coming up into hip flexion, fight for more hip flexion on the way up, open into abduction, internally rotate, come to the midline, stack forward, don't compensate at the lower back as you donkey kick back into your external rotation to the midline and extend. Let's come up into hip flexion again, open wide into abduction, come to the midline, stack forward, donkey kick back, open into external, fight for hip flexion, and extend. Still fighting for range of motion throughout each phase. Come to the midline, come forward, donkey kick back, externally rotate, to the midline, extend. Let's get one more on this side. Make it your best rep. Come forward, donkey kick back, open into abduction, and back down. All right, straight change to the other side in 2, in 1. Core is tight, lift into hip flexion, open wide away from the body, internally rotate, come in, stack forward, into your extension, external rotation, to the midline, and extend. Fight for range of motion throughout, staying in a pain-free range. Come forward, donkey kick back, open wide into abduction, back to the midline, and extend. Back into your hip flexion, abduction, internal rotation, come forward, extension, out and away into external rotation, to the midline, back down. Let's get one more here into hip flexion, open wide, fight for that range, come to the midline, donkey kick back, externally rotate, back to the midline, back down. Okay, now we're going to work on opening up the pectoral muscles. So we're going to stay facing the wall. Now place your right hand against the wall, Press your palm into it. We're going to rotate out with the torso and rotate back in. Rotate out with the torso. Feel that stretch along the pectoral muscle and back in. Still driving your palm into the wall. Let's get 2 more here. Last one. Face the wall one more time. Same side. Bring that hand above you now. We're going to torso drop down and lift back up. Drop down. Lift back up. Hinging like you would for an RDL. And lift. Let's get 2 more here. Find that stretch. Last one, lift yourself up, changing sides. So now the left hand comes against the wall. We're going to turn away from the wall and back in for a total of 4. Torso rotates, hips stay where they are. Rotate out and back in. Rotate out, back in. If you need to feel that stretch, lengthen a bit. You're just going to turn a little further away. Last one, bring it forward, same hand overhead. We're gonna chest drop down and lift yourself up. Keeping the shoulder exactly where it is, chest drop down and lift up, facing straight ahead throughout. Feels nice, right? One more mobility exercise after this, then straight into that glute burn. I believe we have one more here. Drop down, allow that stretch to happen. Lift yourself back up and come to the center of your mat for me. Now we're going into our wide stance combined with our shoulder rotations and our squat and hinge. So the hands are extended at the sides, no bend in the elbows, palms are in external rotation here. We're coming down into our wide squat, bringing the hands into adduction, internally rotate at the top as you hinge forward, mid-back reach, extend back in your external rotation, adduction, back down. Come forward into your internal rotation, nice mid-back reach, extend, externally rotate as you squat back down and lift. 2 more here. Working through the shoulder joint as well as the hips. Last time into adduction, overhead reach and internal rotation, mid-back reach, extend, externally rotate as you come back into that squat, raise and shake things out. All right, everyone, we have officially 1 minute until we start our glute thrusts. So remember, if you don't have the bench, you can also perform glute bridges down on the mat, or you can use a chair for the elevation using all the same positional cues. So I'll be using my 50-pound weight today. We're gonna load that onto the hip bones, and we're gonna bring the bottom edge of our shoulder blades to the bench. Feet are flat, the knees are nice and wide, and we're gonna come down for a count of 3 and lift. Remember that your main cue here is to tuck the hips forward throughout and chin tuck down. It's going to burn. By the end of this one, and the end of our 100 reps, we're gonna grow 3 or 4 more butt cheeks. All right, get yourself ready. We've got 15 seconds. We're gonna start off from the top. So let's go ahead, come into our hip thrust position, lift up, keep the knees wide. Think about curling the tailbone forward, chin tucked down, and let's take it away. We come down and lift for 9, and lift for 8, and lift for 7, and lift. There we go. And 6, and 5 more. Last 3, press through those heels. And 2. Last 1. Now for the rest of the 50-second duration, if you've finished your reps, you're welcome to hold, and we're gonna pulse for those last 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Bring it down and take that 50-second rest. Now I know it doesn't burn just yet, but I promise it's going to. We want to use a heavy enough weight here too that it's challenging to come up by the end of those 10 reps. And if by the end of our 100 reps, you're starting to feel fatigued, just switch the weight for something lighter, or you could go body weight only. 28 seconds. Enjoy that rest. Think about squeezing the glutes for maximal contraction at the top, going in 20. And if you want a more challenging workout, you can even hold at the top for those 50 seconds of rest. Going in 10 seconds. Our next set of 10, we've got 90 more to go here. In 4, 3, 2, on 1, 2, 3, and thrust. 1, 2, 3, and thrust. For 3, try to come down a little bit lower now. For 4, knees are staying wide. For 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, little bit lower. For 9, and 10, now hold at the top if you want, or you can take that extra recovery, pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, squeeze the glutes. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Take those 50 seconds rest. Starting to light up a bit, right? Now we might add some of those holds in as we move along. So we are at 20 reps now, meaning we only have 80 to go, and I promise you're gonna make it through this no problem. 35 seconds. Bring the shoulders away from the ears, back and down, core is nice and tight throughout. 30 seconds to go, then we go into our next set of 10. You can of course slow these down if you want to as well, or pick up the pace and double it up. It's your workout, make it your own. Depends how much of a glute burn you want today, right? Going in 10 seconds. You have 5 seconds left. Let's get ready into your position in 3, 2, 1. Remember, keep the knees pushed out, down, 2, 3, and raise. 1, 2, 3, and raise. For 3, for 4, for 5, should be starting to feel them light up now. For 6, keep your back nice and straight. For 7, and 8, and 9, give it meaning. And 10, now we pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, squeeze, harder. 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower it down. Okay, that's officially 30. 2 more sets until we hit the halfway point. Best way to build glutes, I would say Romanian deadlifts, hip thrusts, and my favorite, sumo squats. Actually, RDLs are my favorite, but sumo squats come in as a close second. Okay, let's get set up. We've got 25 seconds. 50-pound weight. I think I could go a little bit heavier here, but considering we have 100 reps to go, technically 70. All right, let's come into position. Starting from the top, you've got 5 seconds to go. I just want to hold. I really want to light these up today. In 3, 2, 1. It's slow. 2, 3, and thrust. And thrust. 8 more to go. And up. That's 4. That's 5. And 6. Can you come down a little lower here? And 7. And 8. Maybe lift those toes, come onto the heels. For 9. Last time, lifted high, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Can you smile for me? 3, 2, 1. Hold for that last second. And slowly bring yourself down. 1 more set to 50. See how quickly these go by? It's not the most heart rate elevated training, but it does give your muscles time to recover, to bring oxygen back, so that by the time you get to those next set of 10, you're ready to go. You can perform the same lift. You've got that energy there. 30 seconds. Again, if you want, you could always hold right here. Up to you, depending how much of a burn you want. You can also play with the foot, the base of your feet a little bit if you want to bring them in a little closer, see how that feels. Bring them out a little wider, see how that feels. Completely fine. Do what works best for your body, but know that you want to feel it in the glutes, not the lower back. Going in 5, 4, ready to get to 50, 3, 2, let's take it away. 2, 3, and lift. 1, 2, 3, and squeeze. For 3. For 4, brace that core. For 5, feel alive. Let's keep rhyming. For 6. For 7, I know I'm excited, I'm sorry. And 8. And 9, maximal contraction at the top there. And 10, now we hold, and from here we pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it down. That is halfway through your 100 reps. Halfway there. We're only halfway lit up. We've got half of that third butt cheek. We want to make it to 3 or 4, right? All right, 50 more reps to go. 35-second rest. Take a breather, stare at the wall, ponder about life decisions you've made this week. Just kidding, don't do that. We're not here for that. This is the best decision that we've made this week, is to show up, right? 24 seconds. Someone was asking me, how do you just talk to a camera? I'm like, I really feel like they're there with me. So we are working out in the room right now together. You're not gonna quit on me because I'm not gonna let you. Going in 12 seconds. I'm gonna go for that hold for the next 10, and then we're gonna start from there. Hold nice and high. In 3, 2, 1. Hip tuck forward, chin tuck down. 2, 3, and pump. For 2. For 3. And 4. Halfway. And 6, knees are wide. For 7. For 8, 2 more. And 9, we're getting past that halfway point. Last 10, lift and hold. Pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly, I want you to very slowly bring yourself down. Feel that eccentric action happening. 40 seconds rest to go, and then 40 more reps. 40 more reps. You are past the halfway point. We've officially grown the third butt cheek. Now we're on to number 4. Very excited about that. We're gonna feel the burn on this tomorrow. Hopefully you're using a heavy enough weight here. By the way, if the weight is bothering your pelvic bones, place a towel over your hips. That's fine to do. Going in 18 seconds. I'm gonna go for that hold in 5. All right, if you want, join me for that 10-second hold. Coming up to maximal contraction, making sure the tailbone is tucked forward, chin tucked down. In 4, 3, 2, try for full range here. All the way down, and thrust. For 9. For 8, slow, 2, 3, back up. For 6. For 5. For 4. 3 more. Last 2. Last one, come up, hold, pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower. We're going to slowly lower for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest those glutes down on the mat. You have 3 more sets to go. That's it. We are almost to 100. How do the glutes feel? Definitely feel mine woken up. Now, if you wanted to work more of the hamstrings, you would take your feet out a little further away from the torso. Since this is glute focused, I'm keeping mine closer in. You've got 20 seconds. I'm gonna go for that hold in 10. I like that hold at the top, kind of gets things fired up and ready to go. Not that they're not still fired up. All right, if you want, come join me for that hold. Knees are nice and wide. We've got 6 seconds. Then it's 3 countdown and thrust. In 2, in 1, 2, 3, and up. And up. For 3, remember when you come to the top, don't allow the knees to buckle in. They're gonna want to, don't let them. For 5. For 6, pass halfway. For 7, nice and slow, controlled. And 8. And 9. And 10, now hold it high, pulse it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who wants to hold for 10 seconds with me? I think we're gonna go for it. Just hold and squeeze out contraction. Tuck that tailbone forward. Make sure you're working through the glutes. Again, not the lower back. And slowly lower now for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. 2 more sets to 100, 20 more reps to go. Now when I practiced through this, I went back to back 50, 50, 50, 50. That was quite a burn. But I did use a lighter weight for that. Usually when I'm using a heavier weight, I will take a longer rest point. It's gonna help me lift better. It'll help you lift better. It's a better practice to be in rather than exhausting something right away before it's too soon. All right, let's come up into our hold. You've got 5 seconds, our last 20 reps. Make them your best reps. And let's take it away. 2, 3, and up. And up. 8 more. 7 more. Try to come down a little bit lower. And 6. And 5. Last 4. Last 3, eye gaze forward. 2 more. Last 1. You know, with these pulses, it's technically like 200 reps, and we pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Really squeeze and contract for 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. All right, everyone, this is the moment. We have 1 more set to 100. Those of you following on the YouTube, this is your last set with me today. If you enjoyed it, remember to smash that thumbs up button for me, subscribe to the channel, write me a comment, how do your glutes feel? Those of you on the 90-day program, we commence to upper body, following up after this. All right, everyone, 30 seconds. Let's go for the gold. We're gonna come up into that hold. You all ready? Let's go ahead, get into our position. We're gonna hold for 15, nice and high to the sky, both hips towards the ceiling in alignment, never allowing one to droop to one side or the other. Going in 8, in 4, in 2, and down and up. 1, 2, 3, and thrust. That's 2, 3, 4, and 3. And 4. 95. 96. 97. 98. You've got 2 more. Do not give up. Last one. Let's go for those last 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, and slowly lower your way down. Congratulations, everyone. That is officially 100 reps of a glute burn. Okay. Have an amazing day. Anyone on the YouTube? Before you leave me, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and don't forget to grab your free monthly guide from the links below in the description. Have an incredible day, everyone, and I'll see you for your next new upload.